Welcome, friends, to our Friday's practice titled Yoga for Stress Reduction. So we are exploring the balance in traditional Chinese medicine, and we are currently in the summer season, that heat energy, it's yang. And yang energy has a complementary opposite to bring it into balance, and that's that yin energy. So today we're going to watch that yang energy, that heat, active energy. We're going to watch it transform into that yin energy, where it's quiet, it's soft, it's peaceful. And hopefully class will bring us to the place by the end of class that we can touch that place of comfortable stillness and relaxation. Okay, I have nicknamed this class Harmony in All Directions. Welcome, friends. I'm going to meet you on the mat. We're going to start in seated today. Right, so the purpose of this few postures in seated is to make some space to breathe. So let's find space in the spine. So interlace your hands, press your palms up towards the ceiling. Sense your spine lengthening. All right, so just tune in to feeling all of that length. And then nice and easy, let your palms come forward. Pull your rib cage backwards. You don't have to go very far. Just start to sense the space at the back of the body. And then release your arms down, separate your hands, and then sweep them by your sides or behind you as you lift your chest and make some space at the front of the body. And then here's the last of it. Dip a little bit over to the right in a side bend. Doesn't have to be a big one, just making some space down the side waist and rib cage. Okay, come back up into the center, ease over into the little side bend over to the left. All right, become aware of what you feel in the side bend. And then come back into the center. Okay, now let's see if we can come into this second round, just paying attention to the sensation in the body, right? Seeking a little harmony. Interlace your hands, press up to the ceiling, allow yourself to breathe naturally, right? So making some space to breathe, lengthening the spine. Okay, once again, drop those palms forward, pull your rib cage back. Pay particular attention to your upper ribs, your upper back, right? Make a little space there. Release your arms, swim them behind you, open your chest. And then here's the last of it. Just a little bend over to the right. Relax your head and your neck. Okay, a little bend over to the left. And so that yang energy has a tendency to rise upward. So notice what the sensation is in your neck, in your jaw, your upper back. Okay, now ease back into the center. Okay, now that we've made a little bit of space, let's find that breathing practice. Come down onto the mat with a little support behind your head. All right, so maybe a pillow or 2 blankets folded up. Okay, finding balance, finding harmony. It starts with, where's your body in space? Can you feel your body? Right, so maybe notice the back of the head supported by the pillow. Right, notice the weight of your shoulders. Right, I notice both of my shoulders are propped up a little bit. That's what it is for right now. Right, scan the back of the body and notice where your body touches the earth. Right, the back of the ribs, the pelvis, the bottoms of the feet. Give yourself permission to connect a little bit deeper to the earth by relaxing the body into the earth. Place both hands underneath your navel, right? Um, maybe hands stacked, left hand on the belly, right hand on top. And if that's not comfortable, just find a place just below the belly button. We're going to use our hands as a marker to allow our breath and our brain to focus in that space. Breathe naturally here, just noticing the weight of your hands on your body. Right? And sometimes when we start to focus the breath, there's a lot of little distractions. And so welcome all those distractions in and begin softening. As you're inhaling, soften the belly. Let that space expand. And simply relax into your exhale, right? So no forcing, just allow that exhale to sort of dissolve. And allow your attention to be on the inhale, right? Slow, softening, noticing the space underneath your hands. That relaxed exhale, right? That effortless ease. And as you're softening into your inhale, creating some space at the lower abdomen, as you exhale, you might start to notice the tension in your body. And so notice where the tension is. Finding that combination of space on the inhale and relaxing and noticing the body tension on the exhale. And simply becoming aware. Keep softening into your breath. Notice how much space is starting to reveal itself as you relax here into this breathing practice. Space to breathe. Space to think and create. Space to be fully yourself. Take one more round and fully inhabit your breath. Okay, once you've completed, let's start to release the body tension. Draw both knees into your chest. And I like to think of this yin and yang relationship as they transform themselves by each other and with each other if we allow. So, in other words, just to relax a little bit. So, maybe you start to rock a little bit from side to side, not trying to manage or dominate in any way, just allowing the body to ease, releasing tension. Okay, drop back into the center. Place your hands on your knees, and we're going to use uh, opposite directions to sink into the breath. So as you inhale, let your elbows lengthen out, right? So knees move away from your body. And then when you're ready to exhale, hug your knees in firmly, activate your legs, sink your abdomen down. And then begin again. Soften, transform, inhale, knees go away. When you're ready to exhale, activate your feet, activate your legs, sink your abdominals down as your knees come into your body. Right? Find your rhythm. Right? Transforming inhale into exhale. Just gliding the knees back and forth. Let's complete this practice by letting the feet come down to the mat. Place your hands below your belly button. Maybe even drop your knees towards the midline. Okay, so that's, they call that tenting the knees. And then once again, let's use the hands as a marker for the brain. Breathe to your hands as you inhale. Notice. And a relaxed breath out. No forcing. Just feeling the exhale dissolve. Just one more like that. Find some space in the belly. Let the knees come back up into constructive rest. So knees come back into neutral.